another installment. Y'all know the vibes. It's a crazy battle. We got some esteemed guests in the building. First of all, my name is Lush Uno. Shouts to my boy Phonetic, all right? Give him some love, give him some love. And we got, what is it, Project Backboard? Yep. And 5-Star Hoops. Yes, give it up for both of these. Yeah. Hey. We stacking cash like y'all can't. Cause I'm on the block all day, doing more drills than basketball camp. Can I get a Uno? Lush one in the building, we about to go crazy. I got my co-host with me. Introduce yourself to the people.
Isaiah.
We got Isaiah!
So soft.
Hey, you feel me? He got finesse. But, hey, all of y'all are in for a treat because these are two internationally known battle rappers. There's been a lot of dope battles today, but both of these guys are like in the top echelon of the entire culture. So the fact that this battle, which could be on big stages and get millions of views, is happening in front of y'all today, people are gonna trip out. One day you're gonna be like, damn, I was a part of history and I didn't even know it yet. So this is like low key, this is like Karl Malone versus Charles Barkley.
Don't call me Karl Malone. That dude is terrible.
At least I didn't call you.
No, it's right. Let him spit.
At least, facts. Okay, not Moses Malone.
I'll take it.
John Stockton. He's John Stockton.
All right.
With that being said, I'm sorry. No. With that being said, dope-ass battle. Two personal friends of mine and great MCs. On my left-hand side, holding it down for Pittsburgh, PA. Who is you?
Real deal, man. Justice for Charlie. Make some noise, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. And on my right-hand side, holding it down from parts unknown. Who is you?
Hey, everybody. My name's Randall. Can I get a Juno? Let's go. UBR.
Yeah. With that being said, we did the coin toss with a fine chick in a loincloth, and the real deal is going first.
Greg, you look like a yoga instructor. You'll be searching local parks for the greenest grass to teach a class. You look like you still refer to weed as hash, and you're angry at the cops because they beat your ass and took your secret stash when your Prius crashed. You look like you play shitty renditions of acoustic songs for tips whenever you need some cash. I don't know if you have a bulimic past or your metabolism is cheetah fast, but you are built like one of those Jewish people in Auschwitz an hour away from being gassed.
Too soon.
All right, Nick Cannon.
All right. When people call you a vulture in this culture, it's not because you're white and you rap. They call you a vulture because the fucking beak he has. You look like one of those 16th century plague doctors, and you don't even need the mask. Scratch that. You look like every picture I've ever seen at Mass of Jesus on cathedral glass. You look like you have a pet ferret and you named it Rasputin. You look like you're waiting for Get Him to the Greek to have an act 2 that they can cast you in. I both love and hate your voice. I find it half boring and half soothing. You sound like someone's conscience convincing them to do a mass shooting. You'd be like, this dude real deal's a teacher from Pittsburgh, but it's not who he looks. And I gotta turn every rap battle to an audiobook. You should start a fucking band called Boring Us to Deftones. You're so fucking fragile, if I said to say it with your chest, you'd break your fucking breastbone. You look like you've had fantasies of scissoring the Lizard King since the moment that you left home, so why don't you just go and eat a condom off of Jim Morrison's headstone? You look like Adrian Brody, but your nose is the same as Ginobili's. You're such a pussy, the toughest friends that you claim are your homies are probably Rachel and Joey. Words to describe your frame are wiry, gangly, and bony. look like you be wandering aimlessly, taking peyote, always on some quest. We should have named you Makoti. I know y'all waiting for some big angle. Like, I could have went ham with this. Delivery, aggression, even could have hit this man with flips, but this is not that type of battle. And who you booked me had a hand in this. Figure a random battle in Alaska, so he gonna get some random shit. That's one.
All right. Yeah. Hope y'all feeling that. Bottom of the first, Brandeezy.
Weirdly dark round from Real Deal.
Shyamalan twist.
Bro, you go back home and teach your class. Talk shit about my friends till Phoebe and Chandler beat your ass. Yo, word to Pat stay forever. It's about to be a sad day for Trevor. He calls himself Real Deal because he's one of the most authentic artists alive. He calls himself RD the Chef because, yep, you guessed, he cooks part of the time. He's got so many nicknames. Picking my favorite was hard to decide, but it's got to be the working man's MC because of the bars that he rhymes. Yeah, the working man's MC. I'm sorry, but why? See, when I first heard that, I was partly surprised. Like, this is how you really see yourself, with your heart in the grind. You're a gym teacher, man. Like, how hard did you try? Like, yo, as if his image isn't whack enough. I'm sure teaching gym has had his instances, it's tough, but when you say you're working hard, man, it isn't adding up, because we can just look and see that all the other kids are fat as fuck. You guys are.
They're in shape.
You're doing great. Yeah. And I know there's no way that this speech will reach him, but those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach gym. Thank you. Thanks. Oil rigs, steel mills, hardcore jobs. It's just the type of thing I associate the working man with far more, boss. Not a middle-aged rap dad selling CDs out of cardboard box. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I really think this art form's lost. His sense of business is awful. It's such a pitiful model. You happy making tiny sales, go build a ship in a bottle. But fuck these blue-collar struggle rap bars you pen. I can't let this Mark pretend he's ever worked as hard as them. Random's who I really am from start to end. Real deal, motherfuckers should be bargain Ben. Yo, used to write angles and a bunch of stuff that's clever. Now it's gun bars and drug talk, can't come up with nothing better. Hello, fellow kids, the coolest undercover ever. Got that white girl in the trunk. No, shut the fuck up, Trevor. Jesus. Yo, Jesus, just stop capping. We can see it did not happen. I'm not sure if you're trying to be from the streets or a log cabin, but it's a signed deal needs to stop rapping like Easy the Block Captain. Yeah, battle rap. All right. See, yo, in America, every day, kids are getting shot from the lunch yards to the pools. Tragedies turn to politics. Trump cards getting pulled. But I came up with a plan to enforce some part of the rules. We just gotta get more teachers with gun bars in our schools. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, as a parent, God forbid someday a maniac with a gun prepares a trap. Won't you feel safer knowing someone there can rap? I love that. You like that? Yo, now they're playing real deal battles at a congressional session. Like, here's a good guy with a gun in a professional setting, essentially representing the First and Second Amendment, and he taught that Chilla Jones character a memorable lesson. And yeah, I mean, he shot a couple kids, but think about the message it's sending. You fucking idiot. Yo, come give the Lord of War a challenge. We can battle in the octagon, ignore your boring talents, who is fragile as a soccer mom. Catch me in a 40-story palace with my casual pajamas on, Aurora Borealis. I'm a natural phenomenon, and there ain't a single thing you can write stronger than Uza. Couldn't blow up underground with a pipe bomb in the sewers, but you got your little fans fool when they type on their computers Confederate flag. Trevor's an icon to the losers. So fuck you and whatever public school you teach. You're delusional if you think what you do is unique. I'm in a class by myself above what you can reach. And if I don't show up to work, there's no substitutes for me. School's a beast.
Right.
Let's go.
All right. There's levels. Come on, Trev.
I am just so happy to be on Ruin Your Day, bruh. You saying you buying merch if I win? Yeah. Feel like this a movie, because he's losing, Isaiah. Ooh. Yo. And I be killing motherfuckers when I'm traveling state to state. Chandler and Phoebe, You must be Ross. I fucked your girl while we were taking a break. Yes, we'll talk that French talk. You be acting like you're better than battle rap. Don't you ever pretend to be. Oh, he does spoken word. That's why you be in the back like, I don't get it, pretentiously. Be comparing battle rappers to people from the 17th century. You battle rap and you're a poet. Who the fuck are you, Waldo Emerson Kennedy?
Battle rap.
Hold on. But if all, listen, you fucking pussy hound. But if all that Dylan Thomas reciting has yet to catch her eye, tell a girl that you're an artist, gifted with the brush, and random never had to try. You're a weirdo. You be forcing girls to be a model, like, haha, turn, I like the reflection from that side. I don't know if you've paid attention recently, but telling someone I made you a painting gives them Wedding Crasher vibes. Damn, bro. Look at you, Van Gogh. I gotta be honest, you are creepy. Like old attics, basements, and sheds, zombies and Day of the Dead, the sister from Pet Sematary saying Rachel in bed, and Mark Wahlberg's enemies' infatuation with Ted. You are fucking serial killer creepy. Like right now, you're probably being investigated in a case by some feds, and they're in a one-star hotel drinking coffee and making a thread because you're a creep. Like Stone Temple Pilots, TLC, and Radiohead. When you have ever whispered to a girl, you've seen the way that they fled because you thought it was music to their ears, but they heard the theme from Jason instead. You're such a predator, you can pick up hockey, go to Nashville, and play for the Preds. If a girl has ever said, I just got a text from a random guy, you best believe it's staying on red. All right. In the interest of speaking fairness, calling someone a creep is careless. I mean, you probably have a girl who is your world. And I promise you, she is cherished. But don't you still feel a little bit like a creep? Because when y'all are ring shopping, talking about gems and themes in marriage, you've never been to her house? Look, he's embarrassed. Because she wouldn't let this fucker Greg here meet the parents. Oh. I don't know, y'all waiting for some angle. Y'all thinking, I'm about to go ham with it. Delivery, aggression? I've already hit this man with flips, but this is not that type of battle. And who you booked me had a hand in this, a random battle in Alaska. So you gonna get this random shit, too.
Okay, okay.
Again, kind of weirdly dark. Yeah, what the fuck?
That's not as much as the first one.
It's not as much as the first, yeah.
Come on, random.
Normally, I hate watching you online rapping a verse. But I gotta say, in person, this is actually worse. You sound like corn stalks rustling on a gusty sigh of winds, like sawdust, brake pads, a rusty iron hinge. Please don't feel the need to try and justify your sins, because if I hear this voice again, I'm gonna fucking die of cringe. Yo, you hang out with children and battle rappers. Of course you think you're practically Superman with sports and movie references for casual stupid fans. But now this dodgeball coach in here matching with Uza, damn, I'll throw a wrench in your plans like Patches O'Houlihan. That's your favorite shit.
Fire, I love that.
Yeah, so what's it gonna be? Real talk or drug deal? Either one is bad. Two people, no one wanna hear rap. Your teacher or your dad. And your kid must be embarrassed of you. What a fucking bum. Every day his respect drops down another couple rungs. I guess all that TikTok impression stuff he does wasn't just for fun. He's literally trying to be anyone other than your son. And I like you, Trevor. I don't want to just name everything you're about and call it bad. You're totally the cool kind of alcoholic dad. Yo, this guy was the good dad. This guy, number one, dad. This guy was the champion of the Canadian battle rap scene and couldn't go there to perform because you had to have a vaccine. They begged him just to get it so he could travel back, please, but he stood by his principles because school pictures happened that week. That's the reason, right? Okay, I got it. The school pictures happened. Yo, this thing with vaccines and autism is where the trouble has started. Now this guy thinks every one of us is some government target. But you're literally walking proof the shit is utterly harmless, because you haven't had the shot, and you're fucking retarded. Seriously, even the thought of the doctor's office makes him uptight till he's rushed to the ER, heart racing one night. They do a bunch of tests and have to take his blood type, and he gets diagnosed with a case of Bud Light. Fucking idiot. That was fine. So he gave up his title instead of giving in to drugs, and he's entitled to his decision, and this is what it was. But those matchups didn't matter even if the winner's judged, because what you need to be a champion just isn't in your blood. Man, so fuck this whole perspective that you've got and the rhymes that you give us. You pushed half of this shit and you cried to your limits. I mean, you're dying in a minute, and I don't need him to cry for forgiveness, but after this, you can give me a wine cooler to finish. So, what was the last thing I said before all that?
The 4 or the 8 bar? Did you have an 8 bar?
The thing about it isn't in your blood.
Wine cooler.
You gotta call yourself real. That's how I know you're not. You're just a blackout drunk who got too old to stop, always pushing up that same hill trying to hold your spot. Now it's the myth of Sisyphus with a rolling rock. Feel like I might as well be speaking Japanese if this feeble cat believes that he can rap with me. Boy, throw your best punch. Watch me weave a masterpiece like medieval tapestries, ancient Grecian tragedies, or the Beatles' acid sprees. This is Michelangelo painting God's hand as it leans in grass to reach even Adam each there beneath the chapel's eaves, compared to going to eat at Applebee's. And I'll take the fact that the people laugh agrees. What a fucking complete catastrophe the life of this genius has to be. And if that's too abstract, just repeat this after me. Trevor, I'll beat your ass back to the police academy. So.
All right, come on. Come on. They're not doing no punches. It's the final round. That's what we all came for. Round 3. Real deal. It's on you, playboy.
That bullshit right there is why you made me wait for hours. It's like Mario Brothers. It's funny, you take mushrooms, but you're dressed like he just ate the flower.
That's incredible.
All right, I quit. That wasn't fair, though. It's funny, I'm Pittsburgh, home of the Pirates, but you got your boots from Jack Sparrow. What?
It's okay, that was good.
Gregory is a squatter. He'd be going from couch to couch like the floor beneath him is lava. Right, that's probably why your girl left you and you thought y'all were closer than Yeezy and Donda. She be using you all the time, and it's not right, like we do with commas. I got her on her knees with her tongue out, waiting for Skeet slapping her chest like she's teaching the haka. Fuck a big fish in a small pond. I made it in a sea of piranhas where you would need an armada. I met the devil in Reno, Nevada, in fucking Debo the Prada. I was sent for you, solo like Greedo and Jabba, Napoleon Dynamite. I be keeping a llama, so I gotta clap like Queensland koalas. You beat, because they have a clap, koalas. They do. You beat me. I got Dad's reaction. It's a rap quiz. Dad got me up this run. Yes, bro. You beat me.
God is having fun.
You got a better chance beating he loves it. I love it. Me. You got a better chance beating T'Challa in the streets of Wakanda. Cause I fucking been a legend. Man, I've been here before. Never mind like Bleached by Nirvana. This is suicide. Some of you reacted. You weren't around for that.
They don't know. They don't know.
Like Bleached by Nirvana, this is suicide. I'll keep it 1,000 like the siege of Masada. Yeah, you can punch, but what's the use of being Lamada when your delivery kills you like Queen Amidala? Because sometimes I hear you and I'm like, man, the shit you pen is truly wild. But you're so vanilla, bland, and arrogant, it never moves the dial. That's why anyone you've ever battled has bested you by miles. The problem with your style's the execution, so this shot you're getting's execution style. Bam! Old gun, I promise you it isn't a Wesson. Plus I sharpened a shank just in case this idiot's testing. It'll be like that popular show on HBO with Brian Cox where all the kids are invested. Because Greg here gonna get the business, a Tom and a Shiv in succession. You don't want Succession? Ooh. Okay, fuck it, back to his notes. Barbara Streisand. Owen Wilson. The only time they compare Greg to legends. That nose is completely fucked from the cartilage to the airways to septum. And we're in Alaska. Those nostrils could become bear caves in seconds. That bridge is sadder than Terabithia and longer than Stairway to Heavens. Oh my God. Y'all waiting for that angle. Figure he about to go ham with it. Style and delivery. I even hit this man with fits, but this is not that kind of battle. And who you booked me had a hand in this. Third round, random battle in Araska. Araska, that's the best part of rap. You think it's a lap? He just got some random shit. Shout out Araska.
Shut up, Trevor.
All right, come on, random. Final round.
You love to talk about other people's girls. You got a massive set of balls. Because I met your wife, right? That shit says it all. That's why he's always on the road looking for new places to crash. Because his girl got love handles with suitcases attached. And when they booked this, I was worried he wouldn't come and he might bail. But sure enough, here's Captain Ahab hunting for white whales. And you could tell lately his standards have gone straight down. Got his eye on a girl with a dog face now. You pulling husky bitches in Alaska? Ain't that the wrong way around? That's fine. Yo, handshake contract. I see my dad like that too.
That was fire. Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, fuck you.
You're back. You're back.
Yo, what's this look you're going for? I don't like it still. As far as this beard, we get it, all right? Just chill. You're looking like the fucking mountain man of Cypress Hill. And just from this, we can tell your fucking chin is weak as hell. You lost to Nun Nun and Reaper Rel, you giant Wigger Keebler elf. Dog, you should see yourself, random Bruce Almighty, Steve Carell. And if y'all want to book him, it's cheap as well. For this, he chiefly dealt in beaver pelt. I'm convinced dog keeps barking because it's obvious he's starving, but thanks to the free market, I'm swanky as Dean Martin. They hit me for this battle. I said, frankly, I need margins because I ain't got no time for deal. It's a plea bargain. Thinks he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, trying to bite the hand. Now, you little Bo Peep trying to find a lamb, getting cold feet when the rifle jammed, because boy, I wrote heat like Michael Mann. How are you not embarrassed by the stuff you've done? No one believes it when you rap about drugs and guns. You're as corny as they motherfucking come. He's either writing sports bars or getting drunk in one. So this persona that you play, this is the most real shit you can tell about this guy. This persona that you play is such an obvious lie. That's why nobody could say that I lost the disguise. You want to swing on me, I'm fucking dotting his eye. You get served on the counter like coffee and pie. Now I'm gonna say something real to real, and I want it to count. Because you've been through some pain I know nothing about. So I can't stand up here running my mouth and fronting for clout, but your medical malpractice crusade is fucking bumming us out. People tune in for battles and entertainment, not a lecture from Real Deal on the statute of limitations. And you're probably right, it's all a giant conspiracy. But in this context, shit is kind of weird to see. And I agree, life's a gift, whether you only get a year or 3. And so to celebrate, I brought my dad, and he's here with me. Yo, thank you, Araska!
Man. Appreciate everybody for watching the stream. Subscribe, run it up, run your day. Shouts to everybody in the building.
Justice for Charlie.